Hey guys, whoops. Grumpy Vlogger coming at you today, Sunday the 9th of August. And, well, that ain't right. There we go. 96 degrees out. And let me just say, it is hot. So, making sure I don't hit this neighbor's truck. Anyways, yeah, I didn't feel like putting in the other. Oh, well, I see our neighbors finally mowed their yard. I guess after James went and talked to him. But yeah, I mentioned this on Art's show today, and I'll probably mention it on my show Monday, but I'm going to talk about it here on this video, which will go up for Monday, so be prepared. Yeah, I was going through all this rigmarole with our doctor, and trying to get them to fill out the scripts right and to do this and do that. And, basically it's just a pain in the ass, but we got it taken care of. James got his meds. They sent home the paper for us to sign for Judy's opioid that she takes, which she's already signed all that. Sorry guys, it's hot. But anyways, so I mentioned this on ours today. We were talking. My son's a police officer, and he had just gotten off duty, came over, picked up his wife, went up to the hospital, or went up to see the doctor, and then went and saw he had to have an x-ray. And he went over to the hospital and go in, because the hospital is right next, where they do the x-rays is right next to where the doctor's office is. It's all part of one complex. So he goes in there and he's wearing his gun, his badge, and all that. And he's the chief, so he gets to dress casual like what I've got on here. And anyways, he goes in there and no problem. And this is on the first floor. So x-ray's up on the second floor. So anyways, after you get through checking in at the service desk up front, then they send you over into a little area where you deal with the check-in, where they check your insurance, make all that's good. Then they send you up to the second floor. He went through all that. Security didn't approach him. Nobody said anything. Nobody had a problem with him. They saw his badge. All of this. And of course, part of the new COVID thing is they set up what they call a kiosk, or a little, check-in, a computer check-in. And he was checking to make sure that he didn't have that there. Anyways, like I said, everything was fine. He went upstairs and he stepped through the door up there in the x-ray and radiology department. He stepped through, kind of looked around a little bit to make sure, to see did he need to check in. And finally he says, I guess I give these to you. And the woman suddenly, she jumped up and she mumbled something. She says, pardon me. She took his papers and then she disappeared. She went to the back. She took off and quick as she could, got to the back, to a door behind where her desk was at. And then within a minute or so, within just a minute, I'm going to turn in here, the security showed up. And, basically a whole crap load of security showed up, and he turned around and said, what's going on? And he said, sir, we need you to stand right there. Okay. And they turned around and they saw his badge, because he keeps it right next to his gun. And he goes, they said, sir, and he says, what's going on? Did she call security? He says, she didn't say a word to me, mumbled something I couldn't understand, and took my papers, and then went, and then at the same time she was peeking out through the window of the door that she was hiding behind, along with her little friends. And he says, are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding. And they said, well, it's just our policy. Says, you know, nobody asked me downstairs. She says, here's the problem. And this is what it comes down to. If I had been a black officer and that had been a white woman and she'd done that, there would be hell to pay. She wouldn't. Says, but because I'm white and she's black, this is the way you guys treat police officers in this hospital. I want to talk to whoever's in charge of this hospital. I want to talk to the CEO. Well, he ended up getting to talk to the second in charge, and she just blew him off. By then, he'd lost his cool. But it just goes to show you the reverse racism and anti-cop attitude that is in a lot of these places. And just so you know, I'm going to say it right here. It is a lady in charge of, or it's a lady that works in the radiology department at St. John's Hospital, Broken Arrow. She's a black woman. I've seen her there. She's the most unfriendly person, you know, unless I guess you're a sister or a brother. But we've dealt with her before. But anyways, it just goes to show you the rampant racism that goes on in some of these places. He was a cop. He was a white cop. She was a black woman. All he was doing was going to get his friggin' x-ray done. And they said, well, this is, you know, the other guy that works in the other side, but he'd come, you know, they can go back and forth between the two desks. They cover them both. He said, well, it's a new law they passed. He says, is it a law or is it a hospital? Well, it's policy. He says, that's not the law. By law in the state of Oklahoma, I can carry my gun everywhere as a police officer. And of course, they tried to say, well, you didn't have a uniform. How do you know what my uniform is? I'm the chief of police. I set the uniform of the day. This is the uniform of the day. You know, and it's just the kind of crap that, you know, they didn't even say, wasn't even a polite word to him. Didn't say, hey, sir, could you wait just a moment, or nothing. Didn't say a word. No manners whatsoever. So what the hell happened to basic manners? Anyways, I'm the Grumpy Vlogger. If you like what you see here, remember, click, you know, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. If you'd like to see more, remember, click subscribe and ring the bell so you get notifications. As I always say, treat each other better than you would treat yourselves. Let's be nice. Let's use manners, okay? And all wives do matter. And God bless the USA. I'm the Grumpy Vlogger. I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now.